Yeah, so it's called sleep and rest life. So there are two parts of it. But let's focus on sleep right now. The reason I'm glad you chose this is that when people say, well, which one should I start with first? Because there's 10. I always say, work on your sleep first. Now, I lived much of my adult life. I was in college, I was in graduate school, I stayed up late. I used to stay up till 2 a.m. working and being real productive, getting up and quote surviving on 6 hours of sleep. And that was because I was in my 20s and I had a lot of capacity to recover. But what I have found is, and I used to view sleep as completely inefficient. Like, why do I have to sleep this long? It's so inefficient. And the more I learn about sleep, the more I realize that if I want to be effective in my life, I have to get good sleep. And here's why. When you sleep, your brain is recovering and repairing. So there are these chemicals that get dumped into your brain while you're asleep. They're called neurotrophins, which means building neurons, neurotrophins. And there's one called, it's a long name, it's called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. And this is the thing that your brain secretes while you're asleep to help the neurons grow and repair. So every day, your brain is taking a hit and it needs to grow and repair. Now, here's the interesting thing is your brain is growing all the time throughout your life. You're constantly growing and repairing your brain. And you need BDNF and the other neurotrophins to help it grow and repair. Much of that's done at night. Now, here's the other interesting thing. This is relatively new research, is all of your body has blood going to it, except the brain. So there's this stuff called cerebrospinal fluid. So there's no blood actually touching brain cells. It passes through the cerebrospinal fluid. And so the exchange is not as efficient with blood. But at night, and this is really weird, your brain kind of contracts and expands. So it's like a sponge going back and forth. And what it's doing is it's moving all the ick that gets stuck in your brain during the day through the cerebrospinal fluid to get rid of it. So you actually need sleep for your brain to get rid of the waste products and repair and recover. So you want to be healthy, you want to be happy, you want to avoid dementia in old age, get good sleep.